The most anticipated AAA game since E3 2012, Ubisoft Montreal's Watch Dogs. Hello, this is Jennie Bharaj, and on our Watch Dogs, a subreddit on reddit.com, I provided a survey to ask for your viewpoint on Watch Dogs. I received over 4,000 responses, and I am extremely overwhelmed and extremely humbled. Thank you so much. Watch Dogs is rated M for mature and released on May 27th, 2014. Its long anticipation started back in 2012 when a 10-minute trailer of the game was shown at E3. As expected, the survey results showed and validated gamer assumptions, that being that the game was mostly played on PC and on normal level, and that the hacking gameplay was considered the most favorite part about the game. This is probably why 65% of you considered the online hacking feature to be really fun. When the game released, I asked my Twitter followers what they thought about the game. Here are some responses. I've never had higher hopes and been more disappointed. I totally love it. I'm having a blast with everything. The game is great except for the driving. That needs a lot of polish. Other than that, Watch Dogs 2, bring it on, I'm all in. What the game offered was a unique experience involving a hybrid of stealth and combat gameplay via hacking. This created an extra element of fun in missions that you generally find in other games. The graphics were also fair at times, and 61% of you agreed. Visuals were incredible when it came to water dynamics and weather. On the other hand, of course, little details like Nicole's hair and the ridiculously perfect breaking of street lamps were visually unappealing. The campaign mode felt a little short for an open world game. Because of this, a lot of characters were seldom developed. Jordy Chin, for instance, was the top favorite character in our survey, yet was hardly there during the story. Other peculiar thoughts about the main characters were their resemblance to what we've already seen in the media. The hacker punk girl, the mouse mask DJ, and the cutscenes featuring Pierce's family was oddly parallel to those of Heavy Rain. But that's just me. The eerily similar characters in the game may or may not have been on purpose, but it devalued the uniqueness of the game's campaign mode, and as someone who appreciates a good storyline, this was a huge setback. Let's talk about record sales though. Stéphane Decroix, the executive producer of Watch Dogs at Ubisoft Montreal, claimed in an interview with French publication Challenges that the game had a development budget of over $68 million USD. Although specific numbers of sales aren't publicized, the game sold more copies in 24 hours than any Ubisoft title in history. Within the first week of its release, Watch Dogs sold over 4 million copies, surpassing Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed 3. And this isn't surprising. The Ubisoft Group expected its first quarter of its fiscal year sales to be around $423 million USD, due mainly to Watch Dogs. The sales would have represented a 300% increase as compared to last year's first quarter. Now, according to Ubisoft Group's first quarter sales reports, Watch Dogs has sold over 8 million copies. This is much higher than what was expected. So it's clear that Watch Dogs has extreme value when it comes to sales and historical value, but does it hold value for the gamers? Decroix stated that the game is focused on being the new Assassin, meaning an IP that would last just as long as the Assassin's Creed franchise with a yearly release model. However, in the comments, I couldn't help but notice many of you were unsure about a Watch Dogs game releasing every year. Although we're excited about a Watch Dogs 2, are we excited about a new Watch Dogs every single year? In my humble opinion, the yearly release model could potentially sabotage a great game like Watch Dogs. But despite all of this, Watch Dogs is still a top game in my books. What about you? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're interested in my future videos involving research topics about gaming or ludology, please subscribe and like my video. Again, thank you so much, Reddit. You guys are amazing. And a special thanks to the moderators at our Watch Dogs. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, and keep on gaming. Cheers.